it's Molly and welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if it's your first time. Today's video is going to talk about covering up your grays at home without using any hair dye. I am comfortable coloring my hair at home. It's something that I've done for years, but I know that it's not for everyone. So root touch-up sprays and powders are great for people that are not comfortable coloring and they just want, a week or two of root coverage before going back to their stylist. But root touch-up products are also great for people like me that do color their hair at home. I don't want to have to color my hair every 3 or 4 weeks and put that chemical damage on it. So I use root touch-up sprays to stretch the time in between coloring from 3 or 4 weeks until 5 or 6 or 7, however long I can usually take it before I can motivate myself to color my hair again at home. So today we're going to go over sprays and powders. They also have crayons, but I just have not used them. You can find me on Instagram at Girl Get Glamorous and on Pinterest at Molly Gardner 1. And there's always more on the blog at girlgetglamorous.com. So let's get into the affordable options that I found. I purchased these myself. This video is not sponsored. I wish it was because I spent a lot of money buying all of these different things. I found some on Amazon and I found some on eBay. You can find a lot of authentic products on Amazon and eBay when it comes to root touch-up sprays. These are not really highly duped products. One thing I noticed when I was shopping online is that it was hard to find swatches of what the actual sprays and powders look like on. So I ordered a few different shades so we can see. In the past, my hair was more of a copper, and even when it's freshly colored, it's more of this dark strawberry blonde. These are the shade 31 Girl Get Glamorous hair extensions that are matched right off of my color when I'm freshly colored and my hair is dyed. So you can see that even with good color proofing products, over the month my hair just fades. And these are the shade 28, the light strawberry blonde. And the reason I'm sharing this is because if I just order a red or auburn root touch-up spray now, it's too red, it's too deep at the roots. So I've been ordering more of the medium dark blondes, golden blondes, all of that. And that'll make a little bit more sense when we get into the demos, but I just wanted to share that that's why I picked those more blonde shades, because sometimes it's actually hard to see yourself how much your hair is fading throughout the month or 2 months, however long you stretch your color. For me, it's a while. Super cute, I know. This is the best way I could think of to show all of the products. First up is the L'Oreal Magic Root Cover-Up, and I purchased shade light to medium blonde. This is 2 ounces and retails for $10. With these sprays, it's really important to hold them at least 6 inches from your head. Because they are compressed gas, and so you just want to keep your scalp safe and healthy. So keep them at least 6 inches away, just to note. The L'Oreal is obviously the wrong shade for my hair, but I also, just to be honest, didn't love this formula. As this product dries down, it just gets tackier and goopier. It feels a little bit like when a rubber band gets old and sticky, and it's just a really strange feeling in your hair. So sadly, the L'Oreal did not work. Such a bummer because I love everything else from L'Oreal. Next up, this is the Clairol Root Touch-Up Spray, and I purchased shade medium to dark blonde, and it comes 2 cans in a package. These are 1.8 ounces each, so you get a total of 3.6 ounces for $10. And I should note that all of these cans have this little nozzle to make it really easy to get the spray exactly where you'd like it. This Clairol spray really blew me away. This dark to medium blonde shade actually matches really well. I can't tell, sometimes it looks a little bit darker on camera than it does in real life. In real life, this matches my hair and the color that my hair has faded to so perfectly. I actually used this on Instagram the other day and got so many questions about this specific product. This is actually a very silky texture spray. I feel like it's very smooth. It does have a slight weight to it, almost like a very, very light weight texture spray, but to me, this formula is just amazing. And as you can see, I'm running my fingers through it. It's sweat proof, touch proof. It really just looks the most natural. I really love this. I was really impressed. I've never tried anything from Clairol Color before. I'm just overall really impressed with this formula. I love the way it feels on my head, which is really important to me. I love the color, and surprisingly, it was the best price out of all of the items that I picked up. This brand is called EverPro Gray Away, and I picked up the shade light brown to medium blonde. It's 1.5 ounces for $9. While I really like this formula, once the formula sets, it's silky. It again just has a very lightweight feeling, almost like a light texture product, but this is the lightest shade they offer, and I feel like it is so dark still. To me, this is a medium brunette shade, not in any way a light brown or medium blonde. It's such a bummer because I think that the gray coverage is incredible. So if you have darker hair than me, this might be a great brand for you. This is a brand that I've talked about before. It's called Rootberry. This shade is light auburn. I believe they now call this shade strawberry blonde. The total price for the powder and the brush is $23, which makes it a pricier option than the other ones. But if you purchase just the refill, then you can get that for $16. And to be honest, I don't love this brush, so that might be a better option for you. The refill will come with a cap. It's 3.5 ounces, and you can grab an old eyeshadow brush. So that does make this a more economical option. I do love this shade. I think this is one of the prettiest strawberry blonde root touch-up shades I've seen, and it is so hard to find a good strawberry blonde. My only issue with it is that I don't think it covers grays really well, but I do think it covers grays better when you use a more concentrated brush like this. And my only other issue with this is that I find that the next day I have to go back in and touch everything up because my hair for some reason really absorbs the powder, almost like a dry shampoo. So a great thing about powders is that they are definitely a more economical option. Sprays will tend to run out a little bit faster, but powders do last a long time. They just take a little bit longer to apply, as you can see. But if you are looking for a great strawberry blonde option, this could definitely work for you. I just wish, as you can see right here, I just wish that there was a little bit more gray coverage, because especially when I step outside, you can definitely see where my roots still are because it's not total gray coverage, if that makes sense. But if you prefer a more strawberry blonde versus like the honey blonde, this would be a good option for you. So as you can see with the powder, it just takes a little bit longer and I don't get as much of the gray coverage. But the powder does just feel like a dry shampoo. There's no heaviness, there's no weight to it at all. There's no tackiness, no stickiness. It really just does feel like a lightweight dry shampoo. That's the only other issue with powder, is that poof. Let me clean that up. Another option that I want to mention, and this is going to be for the person who doesn't want to necessarily buy a root touch-up product all the time, but you just need a quick touch-up before a Zoom meeting or that sort of a thing if you need to be online just once or twice. Grab your brow powder. Now this is 0.03 ounces for $23. So this would be a pricey option to do all the time, but if you're just doing this once or twice, this could be a good option for you. Now brow powders are not going to be as pigmented as a root touch-up powder because they're just meant to be a softer look on your brows. But I wanted to show you this option in case you're trying to quickly touch up just around the edge of your face before, like I mentioned, before a meeting, before that sort of a thing. This could be a good option for you. And make sure to set with a hairspray so that it doesn't transfer if you are touching your face at all. This is Salon Graphics High Beam Intense in shade 53 Honey Blonde. This is 2.7 ounces for $8. And this product has a slightly wider nozzle, and I believe this product does have some metallic tones in it. So they do mention that before you color your hair, this product has to be washed out totally. Oh my gosh, I'm so bummed. This is such a beautiful shade for strawberry blondes, and I wanted you guys to be able to see it. So I'm gonna try to concentrate as much as I can right here in the front. Fail. This is the Clairol Root Touch-Up Powder, and this is 0.07 ounces for $5. I love this because it has the mirror inside, so you could absolutely pop this in your purse and keep this on the go, or bring this with you for travel touch-ups. If you are going to take a trip for 3 or 4 weeks somewhere, first of all, please bring me. But second of all, this could be a really good option for you so that you don't have to worry about your roots showing on vacation. Now, I ordered the red shade just to test it out versus the dark to medium blonde Clairol spray that I ordered. So I saved this very, very white section of my hair for you because I think that this powder has exceptional coverage. I just definitely ordered the wrong shade, but I did want to test out the red. I've been trying the blonde spray before. So obviously this is the wrong shade. This red doesn't work for me, but the gray coverage it gives is absolutely incredible. And I love how fast it is. I love how precise you can get this. And just how much coverage that gives you. Look at that bottom versus the top. So I have ordered the blonde shade in this because I was so impressed with the actual formula that I wanted to test out that lighter shade. And one of my favorite things about this powder is that it's super, super silky to the touch. So my hair just feels really silky, not sticky at all. The price is insane. Let's go over these all again now that they're dry so you can see the shades as they're dried down. And then I'm gonna go into 2 quick tips on the best way to apply a root touch-up. Let's go into some tips now on how to use root touch-up spray so that you aren't getting that color on your scalp. In the demo, I went just a little bit wild just to show you the true color of each product. Grab a piece of paper, grab a piece of cardboard from the mail, something like that. Grab your root touch-up spray. I'm gonna use this Clairol, and you're going to want to cover up one side at a time. And you're going to always hold the nozzle so that it's spraying down towards the end of your hair instead of towards the roots, if that makes sense. So hold the nozzle so that it's spraying down and do a few smaller bursts. Always make sure that you shake up the can as well. And the smaller bursts help so that I get a more natural stream. Now I could definitely go back in if I want more gray coverage and start to cover that up more. I'm aiming the nozzle down toward the ends of my hair. I feel like it goes without saying, but I do want to say it just in case. But once you get your hair parted, that's it for the day. I don't move my hair around. I just leave it there because it would use a whole can to kind of go all over my head. Now, that is the correct way to do it. How I normally do it is I just grab the can and I find the part and I just spray away willy-nilly, not a care in the world. So you can do it the right way or you can just do it the fast way. I just, want to be honest. And then I have this section around my temple. I think that's the proper word for them is temple. I actually just call them my poly walnuts because it reminds me of him with these big gray streaks on the side. Grab a tissue and rip the tissue in half because you want smaller pieces. And then starting at your temple, just make a V shape with the tissue. And again, the nozzle always heads facing down towards the ends of your hair. I might do a little bit more, but I do feel like it's better to start out light and build. There we go. And again, and you can take your finger as well and just move it up a little bit. And let's do this section as well. Okay, so that's how I will do the spray. Powder is going to be a little bit easier for your temples. So you can grab your powder and pull that down. So I think figure out whatever works easier for you. You can do a combination of powder on the sides, spray on the top, whatever works best for you. After you give the root touch-up a minute to dry, if you can see a line between your hair and the root touch-up, grab a boar hair bristle brush and start to sweep the product down into your hair. And then at this point, you can set it with hairspray if you want to really keep your hands out of it. And here is the finished look. I hope that this was helpful, especially the try on and the different shades. So leave me a comment below if you pick anything up. If you have a favorite brand or a favorite shade, let me know below. I would like to hear what you are using yourself. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and if you could take a second to give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. All right, thank you. Bye.